Radio Hip Hop Series. Your boy QS interviewing the man Donny Goines, man.
What's
up, my nigga? Baby?
Goodfella Radios, you already know what the fuck it is. Donny Goines. If you don't know my name, I ain't working hard enough.
Let's get it poppin'.
Whisper in the rear, telling her what. Maybe it's a little white lie, but everything that I'm saying plus sneakers that I got on my feet, yeah. Name brands on my back because designer labels are a must, huh?
Alright, so first question I wanted to ask you was like, I was reading up on you a little bit, and when I was catching was you had a pretty interesting childhood, rough upbringing and everything, and the music became an outlet for you. At what time in your life did it become the moment where you said, yeah, I need to go to hip hop to kind of help me get out of this rut I'm in, you know what I'm saying?
People might have known me like from the internet like 2006. That's when I really got my start. And honestly speaking, that's when I really just went in, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the funny thing about it is, and my man actually right here, yo, shout out my man DR real quick, you know what I'm saying? That nigga can attest, like me and this nigga used to be freestyling like drunk for hours, like when I was 17, 18, you know what I'm saying? We used to just do that shit bug out, you know what I mean? So I always was rapping, but honestly, I didn't take it seriously. Like, I was one of them kind of niggas, I was like, yo, going through my shit, like getting in trouble, a lot of problems, a lot of issues, man. And then early 2006, I saw this movie, Fade to Black, and honestly speaking, like, that shit was like a wake-up call, like an epiphany. And I seen it, and I just was like, yo, I can do this shit right here. I was like, I believed. Like, it was crazy. It was like, it was equivalent to me of like seeing an epiphany, or like, you know how people when they say they believe in religions, it's like something awakens them, you know what I mean? It was just like that. Like when I saw it, it was like seeing like Jesus walk on water or something. I can't even explain it to you. It was just like, it's like, oh shit, I can do this. It was just like, man, I just really believed, and I just really went crazy, you know what I'm saying?
When we was on the way over here, we were kind of talking about difficulties once you kind of got that dream and you know what you're going for, and getting people to start pretty much messing with what you're doing. Can you kind of speak on the difficulties it was to get people to kind of recognize what you were doing and what your talent is?
We got all day.
We got some time. We got some time.
I mean, in all honesty, when I decided that I wanted to pursue this as a career, I had to figure out, A, what kind of route I wanted to take. So I really did my research, and you know, I'm not the battle type. You know, I don't want to do that. I didn't really know how to perform at that time, so I didn't do the show route. And after a lot of thought, I just thought the internet was the right way for me to go. So I really learned that whole thing, and I really started just, you know, from MySpace. I got a MySpace profile and was building upon that. I didn't know anybody. Like, I didn't know no industry, nothing. I was just me by myself, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in Westchester at the time, mind you. I'm not even in Harlem. I'm like, how the fuck do I do this? And I really started from the ground up. And it started with a MySpace 3 songs to where I'm at now. And I mean that literally. People don't even believe that sometimes, but that's dead serious. And when I started, a lot of people was like, yo, we ain't gonna give you no beats, producers, we ain't giving you no beats, artists, we ain't giving you no features, bloggers, websites, we ain't posting any of your shit, you know? It was a lot of no's before I got any yeses.
You got a lot of yeses right now, though.
Yeah, they fuck with me now, you know? But it took a lot of negative, I want to say, responses in order to propel the positivity that I show to people today. Because without those people turning me down, I wouldn't have the strength and I wouldn't have the drive that I have right now.
Well, let's speak on somebody who did look you out and who passed away, obviously, Disco D. And
rest in peace, Disco D.
I want you to let everybody know who he was and what he meant to you in your pretty much development as an artist.
Alright, you remember how a second ago I said I started in Westchester and I didn't know anybody? Disco D was one of the first people I met. And it was funny because I was online at the time. Everything was online. I hadn't go to no events. I didn't go to no shows, nothing. So I was online just trying to get my shit popping. And then one day I was looking for a job. I was looking for a job within the industry because I didn't really know any other way at the time to get in. So I posted on this forum board. I was like, I'm looking for a part-time job. I'll carry crates. I'll do whatever. I don't care what it is. Like, long as you give me some money and get me in this industry. And the person that responded to that was Disco D. At the time, I didn't know who he was. Like, I had no idea who Disco D was at the time. And I'm like, he was like, do you want to be a runner? So I was like, what the fuck is a runner? Like, I had no clue. So he was like, I was like, yeah, whatever. So he's like, gave me the address to his loft in Williamsburg. So I went down there, and he sat me down, and he interviewed me for like 20 minutes. First time I ever met this guy. He's sitting there smoking joints, and he's getting high. It was crazy. And then it was so funny, like, after the interview, he must have really liked me, or I must have made a really good impression on him, because he hired me on the spot, and he paid me my first 2 weeks right then and there. And I was like, damn, I fuck with this dude, you know. And that first day, right there, I worked 18 hours straight. He was mixing the Trick Daddy record. It was called I Pop. It was supposed to be the first single of that album, you know, at the time. You know, and from that point on, man, me and him, our relationship started from a working relationship to as like I was his runner. Then what a lot of people don't know was I was his personal assistant. I was his personal assistant, so I took care of a lot of things, including his household, a lot of the music shit that I was behind the scenes. A lot of people didn't even know what was going on or who I was.
So, as a New York MC, I want to know what separates you from all the rest of these guys out here, and what's going to pretty much propel you to the next level.
New York hip-hop. My favorite topic.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's funny, I was having this conversation yesterday with Esso. Shout out to my homie Esso. You already know what the fuck it is. But we was talking about, you know, a lot of the crop of the New York MCs and what's going on. And a lot of names were being thrown out there. You know, shout out to Sky Zoo, shout out to Stimuli, Mickey Fax, Emilio Rojas. I go on and on with that. But we were talking about how can we bring it forward? Like, how can we, the new generation, bring about the change that needs to be, you know, happen, that needs to be made? And for one, I feel like people need to stop living in the 90s. Like, we're not in 1995 anymore. Like, it's not the same kind of era. And people might mistake me, and they might look at do-rags, and they might look at my fitteds and the way I dress.
Got a bit of an old school kind of look to it.
And my rhymes are the same way, because that's the era I'm from. But it doesn't mean I'm trying to recreate the past. That's not what I'm trying to do. It just means that that's my comfort zone, and that's how I was raised. That's where I was brought up from. Like, I didn't grow up like next to a rock band. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have those kind of experiences, and I had to learn as time went on to appreciate different kinds of music. But the bottom line is, niggas in New York is always talking about bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Nah, my nigga, bring it forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some real shit. Shout out to Mano. That's where I got that idea and that logic from.
Tell them why they should get the break.
Nah, that shit is dope, man. Like, I got a lot of dope talent on there. First and foremost, I got Sky Zoo, Tanya Morgan, Amanda Diva, Terminology, Esso, 8 Pinks. I got so many artists on there. Production-wise, I got Kwame, Buckwild, Kwame. You know, a lot of y'all remember him on the Polka Dots. But that dude's an ill fucking producer, man. Dope as fuck.
So he's still alive. Biggie did not kill Kwame, by the way.
Nah. Yeah, he's good. He's doing his thing. Shout out to Kwame. You already know. And we got Dame Grease on the joint. We got Static Select on there. We got some people on there. You know, and it's a dope joint. But best of all, my main reason for getting this album is it's free.
There you go.
Like, it's fucking free. It don't cost you a motherfucking thing except 15-20 minutes of your time to download it, and that's it.
So, and actually, you don't even gotta stay there for the 15-20.
Exactly.
Go get something to eat.
Go make a sandwich. You know, go get a quick nut. Go bust a nut or something. Come back. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Do something. But yeah, go get that Breakfast Club.
All right, cool. Last question: where can everybody contact you if they're looking for you?
Everywhere. You know, I'm every social site, every whatever. All you gotta do is spell my name correctly.
Yeah, you might want to let them know how to spell that.
DonnyGoines. Let me repeat that. DonnyGoines. Now, here's the trick. You go to myspace.com/Donny Goines, Facebook/Donny Goines, at Twitter, Donny Goines. All that shit is Donny Goines. Brandon, remember that. Artist, Brandon. I get it, and then you good. Word.
Goodfella Radio Hip Hop Series. Your boy Q West, Donny Goines.
Yes, sir.
We out of here. Peace.
Lord, I'm so stressed, sleeping in my mama's house. She get me so pissed. Sometimes I wanna knock out. Pockets full of lint.